Hello everybody. Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Hi everyone. Hi. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Monday on Pepp Talk. So I have been thinking recently, and believe it or not, we are experiencing British summertime. Despite the fact that it's been almost 3 weeks of rain and hardly any sunshine, but never mind, it is July and it is a summer month. And it got me thinking about what the summer kind of signifies for young creatives like you and me. I know that when I was in uni, the summer was always, or when I was in college or in school, whatever, the summer was always the period of kind of thinking. It was a period of decision making and kind of going forth with my choices for the next academic year and all that type of stuff. And although I do not study anymore, well, I am a student of the world, so I'm constantly taking what the world wants to teach me, but I'm not in uni or in college or in secondary school or anything like that anymore. But I'm kind of still stuck within that mind frame of like the summer is time to prepare for the next year. It's weird, but I still think like that. And a lot of you may think like that as well. Also, a lot of you may be in education and your mind may be in the kind of area where you're thinking, wow, okay, I'm either going into my first year or I've graduated. What comes next? I need to kind of make decisions for my next chapter. What I thought is that here on Pepp Talk, we can make July the month of choices. And a choice is basically deciding between two or more options. And that is what a lot of us are faced with at the moment. If you've just graduated, you're probably thinking, should I do a master's degree? Should I intern? Should I go for work? Should I go back into my old job and just kind of ride that out, make some money? You're literally deciding what your next step should be. If you're in education, you could be deciding on whether to change your behavior. Did I not kind of put my all in? Should I do that? Should I kind of volunteer for more stuff? Is this course even right for me? Should I stick at it? Loads of different things are going through our heads at this point. So over the next coming weeks, we will be hearing from members of the creative community and kind of getting into how they handled the same decisions that you guys are having to make right now. I hope it helps. I hope you love this decisions kind of choice series. As always, if you guys have any questions you want answered, 100% send them to me. It would be great to hear what you guys are specifically kind of dealing with right now in terms of choices and decisions. And if I can find anyone who can give you a better insight into that, we will make a video with them just for you. Believe it or not, we make 35,000 choices daily, which sounds completely crazy, but when you break it down, it makes so much sense. Like, for example, getting out of bed. Putting one foot out before the other is a decision, right? Brushing your teeth left to right or right to left is a decision. Deciding between porridge or regular cereal is a decision. So when you think about it that way, it makes sense that we are riddled with thousands of decisions daily. Obviously, some are completely trivial and you don't even recognize that you're deciding to do it. But then others are a lot more important, as in, should I apply for that job today? Should I respond to that email? Should I reach out to a mentor? Stuff like that are obviously much more carefully considered decisions. And I specifically remember when I was interning, I had a conversation with a friend and she said, Dior, if they offer you this job, what are you going to say? Like, would you take it? And I was so confident. I remember sitting there and I was like, no, I'm not going to take it because this role in fashion does not pay enough. Like, I'm going to look for something that will give me more money. And I remember that I had two friends that worked at Balenciaga on the shop floor, and they were getting a really decent pay package every month, and that was in retail. And I said, listen, if they can get that in retail, I'm not going to sit in the head office and be getting less than that. So absolutely not. If they offer me the job, I am not taking it. When they offered me the job, I did take it because I realized that I could not be motivated by money. If you want to get your foot in the door somewhere, it's about experience and it's about really considering what that opportunity can do for you. So although I thought my decision would be based on money, I kind of found that I was a lot more mature than I thought I was, and kind of did away with that money thought and considered how big the opportunity was, so I took it. I worked in that position for about a year until the chance for a promotion came about, and my manager sat me down and said, Dior, this is what we're offering you. We have someone who's leaving. You could take their spot. You would get a higher salary. You would have more responsibilities, and it would be the perfect opportunity for growth for you. She was like, you don't have to accept it now. You can have a think about it and let me know by the end of the week. So I was like, cool, okay. Went home and I thought about it, and I really thought about what I wanted for my life. And when I came in 2 days later, I sat down with my manager again and I had to turn it down. And everyone thought I was crazy. They were like, Dior, how can you turn down a promotion which is like a natural progression from your job? You would still be within the same team, you would still be within the same office, but you'd be getting more money and have more responsibility. And nobody understood that. To me, that wasn't a promotion. Although, yeah, everything checked out on paper and it would seem as though I was doing better for myself, for me, it wouldn't have been, because I knew that that specific role wasn't what I wanted to do in future. So even if I did step up in it, it wouldn't do anything for me, I don't know, 2-3 years down the line, because I wouldn't be learning new skills to take on. I wouldn't be learning a new craft. Like, it wouldn't look better for me on my CV than what I was currently doing. So for me, that was a really kind of grown up moment, and it was a very special decision for me because it really helped me realize that, wow, I am not motivated by money. I have a really clear sense of self, and I know what I am going for in my future. I didn't even know I was capable to make such a decision, but when it was put in front of me, I began to kind of behave like this woman that knew who she was and what she stood for and where she was going. And what I realized in that moment is that our decisions literally frame who we are and represent our character. We judge people based on the decisions they make, right? Like, if someone is choosing to do something that you wouldn't necessarily choose to do, you judge them for that and you put them in a box. You're like, oh, they're that type of person. And with the example that I've just given you guys, it helps me understand how I make my choices, which is A, what my motivations are, B, my knowledge of the subject area. Like, it was about fashion, it was about careers, and because I had been in my job for a year at that point, I learned a lot more about the industry and I knew which decision was the right one for me. It made it so much easier. The knowledge of the industry really helped. And finally, a sense of self. I was developing who I was through this time, and then when it was time to make this decision, I was like, whoa, hold on, I know who Dior is. Like, I'm confident in who she is. She knows what she wants and she's figuring out how to get there, but she knows which route is not going to take her there, and that really helps me make my decisions. So these three main things are like what I swear by now. Whenever I'm making a big decision, or a big choice, I think about these three things and I'm like, wow, okay, how much do I know about what I'm deciding? If I don't know enough, let me go and learn. How confident do I feel in this? How does this affect me? How does this affect who I am as a person? And what is motivating me to make this decision? And if it's the wrong motivation, I need to get that in check. So I feel like the month of July is going to be so fun on Pepp Your Talk, because we are going to have so many people sharing their decisions, and it's going to help us understand people, and it's going to help us understand what we should do with our own lives, what we should do with our own decisions that are coming up. So I hope you love it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it makes your life that much easier, because that is what we are here to do. So for now, bye bye, but I will see you again next Monday with some more interesting, cool, fun, peppered stuff. See you, bye. This ring light is so hot, but I am so hot. Just joking. I feel like a boss.